afternoon, Soul Cooking with Tea, family and friends. I'm Tawana Carlton, your host of Soul Cooking with Tea. And listen, I'm going to give you a few minutes to be able to share this out with your family and friends. Welcome to, what's the date? Today is Wednesday. So we are having a Wednesday night talk. I hope that I am live. So I'm trying to give it a little, coming in just a little early so that I can make sure that I am live and that I am up and running tonight. I'm not sure, so I'm just trying to make sure. I see my computer is going around and around, so maybe we are not live yet, but I want to make sure. Yes, yes, we are live. Yes, we are live. Again, welcome, welcome. So I came in just a little early because I want to make sure that I get everything up and running properly, and so that we are able to share with our family and friends here tonight. And give me a second while I get everything up and in running in the proper place, because this is kind of new to me, trying to do a PowerPoint here on Soul Cooking with Tea. I know you all were waiting for me to be cooking, but this too is important about cooking, getting ready, getting our house ready. And so I wanted to come on just a little bit early. Thank you for those that are joining me live. I know you can't see my face, but I do have my phone here in front of me so I can see your comments. Thank you for those that are joining me live and those that will catch the replay. So just like I said, just trying to get everything ready for you all to come on in. It's about 5 o'clock. So if you would take time and share this out with your family and friends and let them know that Soul Cooking with Tea is live. So I want to thank you all for jumping on with me tonight. I'm trying to see how I can also share this out with my family and friends. And okay, yes, I can see how I can share. So just give me a minute while I take time and share this out with my family and friends so that they know that we are live here in Soul Cooking with Tea. So again, thank you for those that are catching me live and those that will catch the replay. You have any questions, make sure if you would just drop them down in the feed below. Like I said, you can't see my face, but I can see your comments. Again, thank you so much for joining. So I'm going to go ahead and get started because I don't believe in holding you long, and I believe in being prompt and on time. So again, I'm Tawana Carlton, your host of Soul Cooking with Tea. Like I said, this is new. I'm trying to do something a little bit different for my Soul Cooking family and friends. And so tonight, I would like to take this time to welcome you to Pantry and Cabinet Prep Talk. Yes, we're going to have some pantry and cabinet prep talk tonight. We are all looking forward to getting our houses in order, our cabinets in order, our pantries in order. And so I decided, why not have some pantry prep talk tonight? And so that's what we are going to do. Again, thank you so much for those that are joining me live and those that will catch the replay. So I know you're saying, what is she talking about? Pantry, excuse me, and cabinet, excuse me, prep talk. So prepping is about organizing our cabinets and closets so our cooking life and personal life can be amazing. Yes, if we don't have um, some type of organization in our life, listen, it can be chaotic. And right now, I know that we are in this pandemic and we are spending more time at home, and it is causing, of course, a lot of chaos because some are working from home. You also have the kids at home, and the kids are in school. And so I thought it was a good time tonight, Wednesday night, middle of the week. Let's take a break. Let's breathe, and let's have some kitchen talk. And we're gonna have some pantry and cabinet talk tonight. And so first, let's talk about our closets. Like, nobody wants to talk about that closet. Nobody wants you just go in. Sometimes pull out what you need. Maybe you throw it down. You may throw the boxes around. But we have to get our closets clean. And so I just have an example here of a closet. Some people have very organized in their closets, and some of us are not that quite organized. I know for myself, I grew up like some of you know in Alabama, and so my closet. I have my shoes in a box. So every pair of shoes, except maybe my slides or maybe a couple pair of sandals or one or two pair of sneakers, are not in the box, but they are stacked on top of the boxes. That was something I learned from my grandmother. She always kept her shoes in a box. She always kept the paper that came with the shoes inside the box. And so as a child, I would sit on the floor. I can remember going in her closet because it was so neat and nice. And she knew exactly what box, what shoes were in what box. It didn't matter what color the box was. She knew exactly what shoes. She could tell you go get so and so box, the name of the shoe, and those pair of shoes would be in that box. And so she was very organized. And so till until this day, I still do the same thing. And so as you can see in this closet, it's very chaotic. And so sometimes this chaos in our closets cause chaos in our lives. And so, we have to get some type of organization together in our closet. And so, what I would suggest, with your closets, because they have in this particular closet, and we don't own the rights to this photo, we're just using it for presentation only. So, in this closet, they use multicolored hangers. Like this would just drive me crazy because I got all these different color hangers. And for me, I'm about color. And so that color would drive me crazy because now I'm seeing all these different colors and not really looking at my clothes. And so I would suggest having color coded hangers. So for me, I have pink hangers. I just love my pink, so I have all pink hangers. For men, you could do black. Ladies, you may want to do a color, or you may want to do brown. Men may want to do a color. And hangers now, depend on where you purchase those hangers. You can find some very reasonable hangers in the different stores. Some at the 99, uh, Amazon. It's so many different places. Walmart, Target, your local stores. So just check around. To me, that would be so much better. And so here you in this closet, you have some things that are short, some are long. You got t-shirts, you got look like sweaters. And that too would just drive me crazy because it's so chaotic. Even the shelves, and if you notice, the doors are very stuffed with different things. You can see a hat, and just so much is going on in this particular closet. And so what I would suggest is that you get color coded hangers. Hang your t-shirts or your shirts by color. So it's about organizing. So that way when you go into your closet, you're not just going in looking for a purple shirt and then you got so much other purple, whether it's purple pajamas or a purple gown or it's a purple suit, it just depends. And you're just looking for a purple shirt. And so, I suggest that you put your shirts together, your t-shirts together, and do them by colors. And that too would help. And as you can see, they also have a laundry basket inside of the closet. So, I suggest that if you can, I'm just suggestions, so that you can get somewhat organized. If you can't get a laundry basket, a laundry hamper, it's okay to have a basket. Try to find a designated place. You don't want to have it where your clean clothes or things that are clean, and you have your dirty clothes. And so I suggest, like here, they have a closet and they have look like it's suitcases and they have sneakers and plastic bags. So you want to make sure you have those types things, in place, and not inside your closet. Making sure, if you have a door hanger where shoes, make sure you just have all your shoes. Like I said, I like to keep my shoes in the boxes. And so I even ask, when I buy shoes at certain stores, they don't have the boxes. The shoes are not in the box, they're just on the shelf. And so I do ask for a box. Again, I'm Tawana Carlton, your host of Soul Cooking with Tea. Thank you for those that are joining me live and those that will catch the replay. So if you have any questions, or anything, just drop it in the feed. I know you can't see me live. I'm trying out something new. I wanted to come in and do a PowerPoint tonight, just to break, the monotony of what's going on in everybody's life, and everything is just, so hectic, and we are trying to make sure we keep our families and friends safe, from this COVID. And so I thought tonight, I'm not cooking. I thought tonight would be a good time to let's get organized. And so here is a linen closet. It can be unorganized. It can be chaotic. And so as you can see in this particular linen closet, I have two, one on the right, one on the left. And as you can see, they have toilet paper, they have the kids' toys, they have towels, they have goggles. And then on the other side, it has the sheets and the comforters. And so what I suggest for that is that you have a space where you just have all your sheets and your the sheet sets, and then have a shelf, where you can put your comforters. I truly like having my comforters if I'm not using them in a zipped up bag. And what I do is I like the dry sheets. I like to put the dry sheets inside, which keeps them smelling good. So you can drop a couple of dry sheets in that. Even on my shelves where I have my towels, and I have my towels all color coded. I even put dry sheets in between, and it just makes it smell so fresh. Even in my sheets, I do the same thing in the linen closet, and it just makes it smell so good when you open that linen closet, and you can just smell the smell of that dry, the dry sheet. So thank you for those that are watching me, joining me live, and those that will catch the replay. And so, just another suggestion is that you color code. You color code your towel so that when you're going in the linen closet, and at the top here, you can see it's a little girl's shoe. Like it can be very unorganized, and so you don't need a shoe in your linen closet. And I know sometimes those that have kids, it can be hectic. So I said tonight, let's talk about getting organized in our different closets. And so those are just some suggestions for your linen closet. And if you have a large enough linen closet, maybe you could use different baskets, or you could use different shelving, to put different things on. So that's, about the linen closet. Now let me find my cursor. Oh, here we go. So let's talk about the kitchen, because right now, as a family, we are spending more time in our kitchen. We are doing more cooking. And in order for us to be organized and being able to put out, exactly what we want to cook, we have to be organized. And so let's talk about the kitchen, like leftover containers. Like those are the most things that we um, are disorganized with. Like I have mine stacked up. I don't have it color coded or anything, but I do have my leftover containers in the kitchen, and they are I do have the top. So as you can see in this particular under the sink cabinet, they have pie pans. They have a thermos. They do have, let's see what's that in that corner. I believe that's some type of, what is it? Chesapeake Bay, Virginia, something like look like some type of poison. Like, what is that? Like you have that in your cabinet where you have your food items stacked. And so that is something you have to be mindful of. You don't want anything that has poison or anything that's harmful to your family, in the cabinet under the sink with your containers. And so you just want to make sure that you are organized. Yes, it can be chaotic because you will lose a top, or you warm something up, especially with if you're warming something up in your leftover dish, and it's not your bowl or your plate. And when you, especially like spaghetti, something red, I've thrown them away because once you warm it up, it stains your leftover dish. And listen, leftover dishes can be expensive, but you can find those that are very reasonable. Most of us live around a 99-cent store, and you can find some nice color coded leftover dishes. Not saying you have to be color coded, excuse me, but using those, would help. So that way, you know what you have. Oh, excuse me. And then for those that do prep, some people prep their food, and so therefore you could prep and have different colors. So my suggestion, just making sure you don't have things where you have food containers that you'll be using, that you have poisonous items, things that'll be harmful to your family, and just getting it organized that you don't have, so many leftover. If you don't have a top to it, guess what? Throw it in the garbage. It's okay. You can buy some more. It's like I said, they are reasonable. Most of us live around a 99-cent store, and we can, go in and purchase some. So the last thing I want to talk about is our cabinet. So this was what my cabinet looked like. So you can see, as a girl from the South, as a woman from the South, as you can see front and center, we got some boiled peanuts. We have vegetables. We have here, since living here in California, you see we have some taco sauce. We have some beans. We have some Jiffy cornbread. That's something I learned to eat from my mom in New Jersey. Also have some oats. We have some grits. We have different types of hot sauce. We got different type of seasonings. But as you can see in this pantry, in my kitchen pantry, and I just showed 2 shelves, that's it. I also have some cherry Kool-Aid in the corner. But as you can see, it's very unorganized. And so I have a lot of things in a lot of different places. And so what I suggest is that you organize. Like right now, I forgot to take a picture of my cabinet, what it looks like now. But I have all my vegetables to one side. I have my tomatoes. I have any peas, any corn. So I just really organize all the canned goods. So when I reach up in the cabinet, I'm not trying to pull out the green beans, and I'm really looking for sweet peas, because the sweet peas are in the very back of the green beans. So it just helps to organize, and that when you go grocery shopping, you're not double buying products. And so, I just encourage you to, as much as you can, since, like I said, we're spending more time in the kitchen. Listen, this will be a fun activity if you have kids, getting them to organize the pantry, because, that way they know what to have, what's in there to eat, what we gonna have to snack on, and being able to, just look at everything, and then that way you can also get them to write the grocery list, what we're missing, what we need. So Cynthia, thank you all, everyone, for joining me. Cynthia says, woohoo, that was me 2 years ago. Yes, just trying to be organized. Hello. Natasha says, yes, you do. And so just making sure, like we have the hot sauce. Like I gotta pull the hot sauce out. I need to, reorganize, which I have already, because like I said, I like to keep it organized, because I need to know exactly what I have in the kitchen cabinets. So before I leave, I thank you all for those that are joining me live and those that will catch the replay. Again, I am Tawana Carlton, your host of Soul Cooking with Tea, and this has just been a pantry cabinet prep talk. Just wanted to come in and encourage you, because right now, we're spending more time at home, and this gives you an opportunity, to get your cabinets, your linen closets, your linen cabinets, any closets you have, because now you can start cleaning it out, because, some of us, yes, we got clothes in there we haven't worn, shoes we haven't worn in years, and this will be an amazing time, to start pulling those items out. And so again, I thank you all for joining. But before I leave, I wanted to give you some tips, just some tips for you to think about. So one is spruce up your linen and clothes closet maybe every 2 months. And like I was saying, that gives you an opportunity to start pulling out, seeing what have outgrown. The season is out. Maybe I don't like that. Maybe it doesn't fit anymore. Maybe I need to buy some new sheets. Maybe I've washed them too much now and the color has faded, or you know what, I just really want to buy some new sheets. So think about maybe every 2 months starting to do an observation, and looking over at your linen closet. Especially, and the next thing is the leftover containers. Just remember, when you are purchasing your leftover containers, make sure you have something that is sturdy, something that can withhold the bumping in the cabinets, bumping in the refrigerators, and know that you can buy some inexpensive leftover containers. Like I said, most of us live around the 99-cent store, and a great place to buy. You can buy even buy different colors. Maybe you do food prep for your family, and then that way you'll know everybody has a color, and so it could be very inexpensive. And then for the kitchen pantry, it's just checking every 3 months, checking your dates, and making sure nothing is expired or past the date, because you don't want to open a can of peas. And those can of peas, that's why I say, making sure you're organized, because then those cans of peas, maybe 5 years old, that you had in the very back of the cabinet, and now you need those peas, and the grocery store is closed. And so now, what are you to do? Because you can't serve those outdated peas that have been in there for at least 5 years. So, just making sure you check everything, making sure you pull out what you don't use, what you don't need. Maybe you, especially with clothes, during this time, there's families that are in need. Linen, as long as it's not holy, and families are in need of linen, they are in need of clothes, they are in need of food. So if you have food and it's not out to date and you can afford to share with someone, I would encourage you to do that. So the next thing before we go is soul cooking COVID tips. Listen, I know we are all just so overwhelmed with the COVID, and so overwhelmed what to do, not to do. Listen, the thing that I encourage you to do is protect your family, protect yourself, making sure that you wear your mask at all times, making sure you're taking care of your families, and whatever your government, in your city has said, if you're under a mandate, like here in California, you cannot enter any store. It doesn't matter what store it is, making sure we have to wear our mask. So just a few tips about COVID. So make sure you wash your hands often. That is very important that we wash our hands. We should be washing our hands anyway often. Whether we were having this COVID run rampant in our country, we still should be washing our hands. And make sure in the kitchen that we keep all work surfaces clean. Like I said, we're spending more time now in the kitchen and cooking and fellowshipping with our family and friends, the ones that live, in our homes, and just making sure we keep all work surfaces clean. The other thing is making sure to keep the cabinet knobs clean. Like you would say, really? Yes, because now we are opening the cabinets more often. We are in the cabinets more often. The kids are in the cabinets more often. And, we just have to remind the kids, wash your hands. And so just making sure we have something that we can wipe the knobs off frequently. The other thing is because we spend a lot of time, like I said, in the kitchen. So keep the refrigerator wiped down because we are in and out. Different ones are in and out. And so we just want to make sure we keep as much contamination down as we can. The next thing is sweep your floors often. Like some of these things we could encourage, and we got little kids, they would love to do those things. Sweep the floors. Listen, they may not get up all the crumbs. That's okay. You thank them, and when they leave out, you just go back in and you just sweep the kitchen. But just encourage you. I just encourage you, to get the kids involved. The other thing is that if you're sick, and that means if you have a cold, it's allergy season. Not just having COVID, it's just allergy season, and a lot of people are having trouble with their allergies. And I know that I do. I have trouble with my allergies, and so just when you use a Kleenex, make sure whatever you're throwing it in, you make sure you double bag it at the end of the night or the end of the day, and making sure you have something, some type of wipes, or you have some type of sanitizer to sanitize your hands, or you get up and wash your hands, making sure you're keeping not only yourself from any virus or contamination, and making sure you keep your family the same. So I have some comments. It says clean the pantry and refrigerator. Confirmation. Yes. Yes, yes. Clean the refrigerator and the pantry. Yes, ma'am. And so the next thing is Clorox any sponges or cloths you use. And so, like I said, most of you know I grew up in the South, and I can remember because we used a sponge. And I can remember my grandmother would have the sponge in the sink, and I used to wonder, like, it was just a sponge in the sink with a little water, and she would pour Clorox, not Pine Sol, um, just Clorox. And she would, push it down, squeeze it out, change it out, change the water, put some more Clorox. And so she was cleaning them. So they was clean. They were sanitizing. So make sure you do those things. Make sure you wash your cloths, your dish towels. If those that still use dish towels or dish, whatever, make sure you clean them, put them in the washing machine. That's at your house. And then last but finally not least, do not leave uncooked food uncovered, because we, like I say, it's still allergy season, flu season, so we may be sneezing, somebody may forget to cover their mouth, and so you want to make sure that your food is covered, because you don't want any germs, no bugs, no anything, to fall in your food. And so that is very, very important. And so just some tips for cooking from Soul Cooking with T, and then some Soul Cooking COVID tips. Again, I am Tawana Carlton, your host of Soul Cooking with T. You know what? I thank you all for joining me here tonight. This is new to me, doing a PowerPoint on Soul Cooking. I've done PowerPoints before, but I'm learning, and I want to thank my sister friend, Miss Jacqueline Turnbow, for jumping on with me yesterday, because I was trying to do it in Keynote, which is part of the Mac family, but it would not let me go live on Facebook. It just was not connected, and so I had to come back in and do it here on my HP. And so I'm just thankful for her for taking out of her busy schedule to come and help me make sure I was up and running. We did a lot of testing last night to make sure that everything was working good. And so I just want to say thank you to you, Jacqueline Turnbow. So do you have any questions? I see the comments. I thank you all for joining me here live. For those that catch the replay, I thank you for catching the replay. And if you see any value in what I've talked about tonight, please share it out with your family and friends. Listen, tell them about Soul Cooking with T. If you have not joined our YouTube channel, make sure you head on over and join our YouTube channel. We are also on Instagram. We are also on Twitter. And so just as we are getting ready for the holidays, just make sure that you are safe. Make sure you are wearing your mask, making sure you wash your hands, and making sure that we take care of each other, because this is very important, that we are safe, because this virus does not discriminate. It does not care about age. It does not care about color. And so I just encourage you to take care of yourself. Make sure you wear a mask, whether you are mandated in a state where it's mandated or not. Take care of yourself. Making sure, you wash your hands, making sure you have your sanitizer, because it is very important that you protect yourself. Again, I want to thank each and every one of you for your support of Soul Cooking with T. It's truly been a blessing to be able to come on and just share cooking with you, sharing tips with you, sharing my family stories with you. And I am looking forward to what God has for me with Soul Cooking with you all. If you have any suggestions or something you may, want me to cook or want me to try to cook, I'll attempt it. I'll let you know if I can't do it. I may have to bring someone on as a guest, and we'll get it done. So again, I'm Tawana Carlton, the host of Soul Cooking with T, and this has just been a Wednesday night cabinet and prep talk, because I want us to make sure we have our cabinets, our linen closets, our laundry closets, our clothes closets, our kitchen closets, making sure, and our kitchen pantry, I'm sorry, and making sure that we are very organized, so that we see what we have, what we don't have. And as we, venture out to the store, being able to get exactly, what we need. I ask that you check on your neighbors, those that are elderly. See if it's something that you can get for them from the store. Even if you have to leave it on the door, it's okay. But please check on your neighbors that are disabled, your neighbors that are elderly, and then check on your family and friends, because there are family members that are in need. They may not say it, but you'll know exactly what it is they are in need of, because some are not working. And so, just make sure we're reaching out to people. So again, I thank you all for joining me here live on Soul Cooking with Tea. Have a wonderful and wonderful rest of your week.